I gotta do I
Okay.
gotta
One
make
second. Start my video. Okay.
Nartes! There's you.
Yeah,
Like my giant T.
I see that.
Because I can't be bothered to fucking put it in a container otherwise.
Yeah.
Well, let's start it off. I'm Haley.
I'm Johnny.
And this is Johnny
Haley
Day of Fun.
Fun.
So excited. Aisha is busy doing some other shiznit. So she's not here, but someday we'll have her on as a guest.
I'm disappointed I don't get to hear the story of the cyanide pill.
Oh my God, I could tell you that story.
Just saying we're telling horror stories, so.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I can give some details and then we'll have to get some more details from her in a future episode.
Well, let her tell the story. We'll see what she has to say.
Oh Lord. Because there will be follow-up questions. There will be.
Sure. Oh, for sure.
So the check-in times, what you got is to deliver it to us today?
I'm just using the I said I only like women.
I love it. I'm just being my pre-rolls, yo.
Okay.
The
there you go. Yeah,
make
for
it
sure.
Nice and easy. So,
what spooky business do you have to tell me?
What spooky business? Well, how do we want to start spooky business? Oh, I found out.
Know. Well, you said we could do ghost stories and then we could talk about like ghouls and stuff.
Well, I just found out. So now you're going to have to come visit again. I just found out that there is a road just south of Brandon here that's called Spook Road. I did not know this. And like, apparently it's like a haunted road. People see weird stuff like apparitions and whatever. There's some weird thing about if you drive down this road one direction and go to wherever, there's like 5 bridges, but when you go back, there's only 4. Like weird stuff, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, but I want to go drive on it on Halloween and just kind of see if I see anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in Fargo, there's supposedly there's like some buildings downtown that are haunted.
I think I looked that up once.
Oh, good.
No, I think I one time I looked that up and I think that's, or maybe Aisha told me. Is there was it Rick's Bar or something?
Yeah, maybe. I guess I didn't get that far into it. I was looking and I know there's there's railroad tracks.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, like the railroad.
That what there's because I used to take the train from Wisconsin when I lived in Wisconsin to Fargo. And that's where like your mom, my dad and your mom would come pick me up.
Yeah, I know. I got pissed at my mom for doing that.
I know.
I was like, you don't need to be by the train station at 3 a.m.
Fucking shit. me at 24 by myself in the train station that time and fucking shit. Yeah, but I can see that like there's a big railroad, like there's a big railroad yard and like interchange whatever for Amtrak. So it, like by Moorhead. And I could see that being a spot where there's ghosts of people who done got run over. Drunk college kids.
Yeah, I guess the reports were it was from I think it was from homeless people that like sleep down at those tracks.
Oh, that they say that they've seen shit?
They would see shit on the tracks. Like they would see people walking up to them and
are they just like do we know whether or not those homeless people might be on meth or something?
Well, no. To be honest, this was probably a lot of hearsay kind of things because I read it on a website. So somebody wrote it that heard it apparently.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You never know.
Like, who knows? I'm just going, I heard it from the horse's mouth, so
but
going by that.
I don't know if you've ever watched like Hellier on like Netflix. I think it's on YouTube too. Hellier, it's a paranormal investigation show. Like there's only 2 seasons, but it's really interesting. But they talk about how like there's more paranormal activity generally in what they call liminal spaces where there's like train stations where people are coming or going, or hotels where people, like where there's always coming and going and there's never really anything settled. That in places like that, there's more activity for whatever reason, like there's more energy or whatever. So like that's kind of interesting though, that like maybe because it's a train station and there's a lot of coming and going, like there could be more activity there just because there's more different energy going through there all the time. It's a possible thing.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know exactly, like, I mean, like I said, it wasn't them writing it, so who knows?
But it's fun to think about.
Yeah. And then there's a school, I believe. There's a school in Fargo that's haunted, like an old school in town somewhere.
Oh fuck, I imagine.
Or like a library or something.
Like you think about like a school, think about all the yucky energy from all the high school kids or whoever. I mean, Jesus.
Right.
Yeah. I bet it's fucking haunted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in high school, we used to look this up all the time, like where the hell's the haunted stuff in this, like,
where's the haunted stuff? Yeah.
Well, there's some in Fargo, but there's a lot less than you would think. You know what I mean? Like considering how old Fargo is and how many buildings are still here.
You gotta go out on the prairies and see all the spirits and ghosts.
Yeah. Well, I dated a girl that she used to work at what's the like the porn shop downtown, Romantics?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's called Romantics.
I can't remember.
Jesus. Yeah, she used to work there, and she would have to close down at like 2 a.m. or 4 a.m, whenever they closed.
Yeah.
Or like, kick people out. So she would have to go in the basement, and then she said the basement was haunted. She said so, but like that was her telling me. I believed her. But
the basement was haunted with all the phantoms of unborn children from all the jizz.
Pretty much. But like apparently there's a ghost there that they have a name for. Like,
oh, I love that shit. Where
I can't remember the name, but
there's a theater here in Sioux Falls. I can't remember if it's the Orpheum Theater.
The one down, like on the downtown strip.
Yeah, so there's a theater there, and there's a ghost. And his name is Larry. Like they're haunted by the ghost of Larry. He moves shit around in like the rooms or whatever, and sometimes people see him like sitting up in the box or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, people see the ghost of Larry up in the box or whatever, the box seats in the theater, because it's an old school theater.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would be. Here's a question, because I would love to. Would you ever go ghost hunting with me?
Probably.
There was a hesitation there.
Well, like for me, like paranormal stuff creeps me out.
I know, but I want to see it.
I get it, but like I'm more worried. Like the Paranormal Activity movies, I just thought they were dumb. Like, but that kind of thing creeps me out. Like something you don't see just pulling you out of bed. You know what I mean?
No, that shit would suck, but also be kind of exciting just for, I don't know, just it's unexplained. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I don't know if I think I would like to go like ghost hunting during the daytime though, because like I'm not a up all night person anymore.
Well,
so I would go during the day, but I think that there's still activity in the daytime.
Yeah. Well, you would kind of have to do both.
Kind of to check and cross-reference.
Well, you would have to go during the day just to check out the place, like see what you're going to be looking at. I would say, make sure you're not going to be tripping over anything.
Yeah, no, it'd be interesting though to do like be there in the daytime, kind of like almost a 24-hour thing, where you start in the morning and kind of
yeah,
like that would be interesting to see if there's a difference. Is there more activity in the daytime or the evening time?
Well, technically, you do have an SUV.
Yeah, I got a 2012 Buick Enclave.
You could turn that into a stealth camper.
A what?
And a stealth camper? You never heard of a stealth camper?
No.
Okay, anyway, like a stealth camper, people take like Dodge Journeys, right?
Okay.
and there's places that sell mattresses that fit a Dodge
Oh,
Journey perfectly.
I've seen
Have
those
like the
things. There's like
cutouts.
blow up, like yeah, you
Yeah,
can just like stick it
and
in
it
the
has
back.
the wheel cutouts and everything like under it, and then it
Yeah.
just fills up the whole space. And then people use that as like a stealth camper, and they just have like one of those Jackery generators in it. But
Oh yeah, there
I'm
you go.
I'm implying that instead of getting a job, you you should do a YouTube channel that
Of
you
spooky shit. I
take
have
your enclave, you take your enclave,
and just go check shit out.
go you go stealth camp in places that people say they've seen shit.
There's a bunch of stuff actually around South Dakota, like Sika Hollow Park up north, and like
Eh?
I have thought of that. I have been sitting around thinking to myself, should I get a GoPro and just go and check some shit out and see what happens?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Also,
because
please donate to our Patreon, Johnny Haley DOF on Patreon. There's links and stuff because now, but you never know. It'd be nice if we could but whatever.
yeah,
Donate to
sure.
our stuff because we're fun. How about that?
Yeah.
Donate to our stuff because we're fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, no, that would be sweet. Like I do like the idea of just kind of like going places and checking it out. Because even if you don't see anything necessarily or catch anything on camera or whatever, it's still fun. I think just to check out the space and tell the stories and like hear stories from like the locals, like they were out there camping one night and this or that happened or whatever.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, people watch that shit on YouTube.
Oh,
like
fuck
they
yeah.
watch like those videos and then like paranormal videos.
Fuck yeah. I love that shit.
People would watch. I'm just saying, if you have the means to get a GoPro camera or a camera like that, an action camera,
donate to Johnny Haley DOF so we can get a GoPro so that we can like go check out some shit for real. Yeah. I would love to say, just go, just check it out, see what happens, get some stories. I mean, my shit can't be any worse than anybody else's out there, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, you would have to, I don't know, do stuff that's around your area. And then.
That would be kind of like fun, though, and a little interesting to just check, like, because it is also kind of like local flavor sort of thing,
Like, there's got, like, that place is old considering the,
there's some old, very cool stuff. Like,
well, I'm just saying, like, oh, go ahead.
Well, like the parks that I go to, so like Big Sioux and like granted, like there's a number of state parks here that have like old homestead remnants. Yeah. Like there's like Aisha and I went to it. They've cleared out some of it, but we went to. They still have like the hearth from the fireplace, and like or there'd be like the front steps that used to be or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Just kind of hang out there and just see like anybody that used to be living here still hanging out.
Yeah.
Anybody still chilling?
Can you go to the Palisades like past dark?
I think so. Like, I mean, there because people camp there.
People camp there.
I mean, you can go camp because there's like cabins and stuff. Shit, I should check. I wonder if there's like some haunted stories for the Palisades.
But that's what I mean. It's like
I get a cabin out there and stay the night just to be like it could be haunted.
Well, yeah, like or like you know where all those people were bow fishing below us?
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Like if you go camp over there, you know what I mean? If you go camp over there, you shouldn't be bothered too much.
No, and it's not super busy either. So, and fuck
or
yeah. I
mean, like,
now is not necessarily the time because we're getting into the cold weather season. But like for when spring comes.
Stealth camper,
just be in my fucking car.
Why not? If there's, it would be good because if there's no one else out there, how weird would it be to be in the Palisades with nothing around you
in the wintertime in South Dakota? Well, that would be oogly spookily. Like right now, even in the fall, when it's like, it'd be.
Yeah, I'm saying like now when it's snow on the ground or anything. But
like right now, Halloween time, like that would be fucking cool. Like just kind of chill out there and just it'd be kind of empty and weird and.
Yeah, because maybe you never know. Maybe like there's a trail or something that has a ghost on it, or you never know.
You never know. And
Yeah.
listen, when I'm out there walking the dogs and stuff, I'm always looking at the trees trying to see if I can spot a body, just in case somebody dropped one and I want,
Yeah, for sure.
I think that means I listen to too much true crime if I'm out there. Looking for the dead, but where are the bodies?
Yeah. But like, do you have like what kind of ghost stories do you have?
Well, I was going to tell you, I don't know how much we've ever told you about our grandparents' farmhouse. My mom's mom.
I don't think I've ever been to your grandparents' farm, like your father's side.
No, so on my mom's side.
Oh, okay. No,
so on my mom's side, it's in Salem. They don't live there. They haven't lived there for a long time. They live in a lot of
Salem.
That's close here. Yeah, so it's like 40 miles from Sioux Falls.
Okay.
So yeah, they had this farmhouse that was built by a Monsignor, like a preacher clergy guy, who was my grandpa's grandpa, who was the guy that built the Catholic church in town there. Okay. And so he was like a missionary dude that, he built the house there. He built the church there. Or no, he had the house moved from somewhere. So the house was actually originally in, I can't remember where, but he moved the house from there to outside of Salem to the farm, and then built the church in Salem and like started up his Catholic cult. That's what it is. But so they lived in this farmhouse, and like my grandma, there was just a lot of stuff that would happen. And my grandma always said that it was Monsignor who was haunting the house because my grandpa was the only son of 12 kids in his family, and he was supposed to be the priest because they were Catholic, and the whole family hated grandma because she took away their priest because grandpa met her and married her. Yeah. So she said that it was haunted by this Monsignor, but there would be like at night you would hear, because you have those like old farmhouse wooden steps with creak or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
You could hear footsteps that would go up and down the stairs. Like you could hear them start at the bottom and come to the top, and then go from the top to the bottom, and you would hear it all night. And I always would make a joke that like maybe it was just mom up and down pacing because she's kind of crazy and OCD and couldn't sleep, which is entirely possible.
Yeah.
But so there was also, so this one time my grandma was home alone, and she heard noises upstairs that sounded like somebody was in my Aunt Nikki's room, like banging around in my Aunt Nikki's room, like throwing stuff around. And she had heard like a local news story at the time that a convict had escaped from prison and was on the run. And she was afraid that this guy maybe had gotten to the house, was what she thought. So she went and got a shotgun and ran outside and watched the house from like the driveway, and waiting for my grandpa to get home from work, and just sat and watched in case anybody came out. Nobody ever came out. And grandpa got home, and they went through the house and stuff, and they went upstairs, and Nikki's room, her bed had been shoved away from the wall, and her dresser had been moved. Like there was no sign that anyone had gotten in, like windows open or anything like that. They were still locked, but shit had been moved around in her room. Yeah. And there was just weird shit like that, or like toys would get left in the hallway after they were sure they were put away. I remember when I was a kid, for whatever reason, Nathan and I believed that the devil lived in the closet in the room that we would sleep in. Okay. It was a creepy, spooky old farmhouse. I mean, yeah. But so my sister, when my uncle passed away, I wasn't there, but Aisha was there with McKenna, and they went to scatter his ashes at the farm, and there were different people living there. But they said, yeah, it's fine for you to scatter his ashes at the farm because that's where they grew up. So they were out there, and while my grandpa and my mom and my aunt were like over in an area where they had just scattered the ashes and were kind of, having their little moment, Aisha and McKenna were kind of walking closer to the house, and the two little girls that lived in the house came up and said, our dad says that you guys used to stay here when you were kids. And McKenna, of course, is like, well, no, I didn't, because, she's 18 years younger than me. She wasn't around.
Yeah.
But Aisha was like, yeah, we used to stay here, when I was a kid. And these girls said, do you know anything about the ghost of the old man or the little boy? And my sister was like, and my sister was like, oh my God, what? And like, because she didn't prompt them. They asked, do you know about, because they live there now. And they said that, there is like an angry old man in the house and there's a little boy. And of course, the angry old man we knew about, we was like, that's Monsignor Weber, the priest guy who died in the house. And he died in the house of like whatever illness. And so like, we knew that, but so Aisha looked it up after she talked to these girls about the little boy, because we remember about like toys being moved around and left in the hallways. She looked it up, and there was a little boy that lived in that farmhouse at one time who died very young of pneumonia in that house. So there's the ghost of Monsignor Weber and this little boy who died of pneumonia. Like, so that, and it's interesting because those girls asked about it without being prompted or whatever. They were just talking to them because they were there.
Yeah, that's creepy. Well, like my dad's house when I was younger, I don't think it was haunted. It just made a lot of noise. Like in the basement, there was a lot of noise going on in the basement when you're sleeping.
That was maybe not normal.
Well, not necessarily. Well, I think it was because that was like when you still had a fuel furnace.
Oh shit!
So when that kicks on, it makes noise.
We lived in a house that had that hot water heat, and you would hear that popping in the walls. Yeah.
And then it was only in the basement. Like the door would be closed, and then you would just hear kind of banging and clanking in the basement, almost like like in the Burbs. When they're all hearing shit at night.
Shit, I love the Burbs. Yeah. I love that one.
But like, I can't.
And the weird,
But like in my dad's house, I always like when I would sit in the living room alone. I never saw anything. I never saw anything that would make me think it's haunted. But I always had that feeling like I was being watched.
Like you weren't alone in the room.
Well, no. Like, you know how...
No, like you feel like you're not alone. Like, you're alone. Yeah. But, like, yeah.
Well, it was always in my dad's house. You can look clear from the wall in the kitchen. Clear to the living room where the couch is, where I sit.
Open shotgun, kind of.
Yeah, so it was like it was a weird feeling, like somebody was out there looking at you, but you would look
like
and no one would be there.
There'd even know, but you could sense something, like you could just feel like eyes on you.
Like you've sat in a familiar place that you think shit might be going on, and then you have that weird feeling like somebody's looking directly at you.
Well, I mean, that's even something like, but sometimes it's, you get that feeling when somebody is looking at you. Yeah. And, so like, it's not bullshit. It happens. No. Somebody's watching.
Yeah.
I always feel that somebody's watching me.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't confirm if my dad's house was haunted or not. I can confirm that my dad, well, from the stories that he said, but there was multiple people with the same stories. So I can't say it's bullshit. It's more believable than non-believable at this point. But because there's a lot of confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a place outside of Bushwick that is a farm. The farmhouse is torn down now. The farmhouse doesn't exist anymore, but that's where it supposedly was haunted. Like there's outhouses, like not an outhouse, but like outer
buildings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then like a barn.
Yeah.
but you can't really confirm if the whole thing was haunted or not, because I went out there at night and like when it was light out, and I didn't really see anything. I went into the barn. We went and looked around and
Like
everything.
you were
Like,
watching, checking it. That'd be a great
yeah.
place to go and do it too. Fucking
Well,
camp
yeah.
out there, check it out, see if you see anything. I tell you, man.
To be honest, if you told my dad you were camping at the Gilmore Ranch, I don't think he would know what to say to you.
Why? What? He would be like, "You're an idiot," or what?
Well, he told my mother this, like my mom told me this, but he lived out there with I think a friend and
when there
one of
was a
his.
house.
Yeah, he lived in the house.
Okay.
He lived in the house, I think, with one of his brothers and maybe one or two of his friends.
Okay.
And he told my mom that one night there was no one in the yard, like no one in the yard, no one drove up, no vehicle, nothing. And it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. If you walked up to that house, I would have some questions. Like, where the hell did you come from? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Because
there's a lot of that though in the Dakotas. That's why the second you hit town and you're not a regular, everybody's up in your shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get that. It's just, but that time of the year, it's not that common, I guess, for people to walk up to a farm unless it's like necessary. Because I think they said it wasn't cold.
Oh, so like it's not like if somebody's car broke down, they'd be in desperate.
I mean,
whatever.
this was before cell phones and shit, but it's like
yeah. But
chances are you would just wait it out and wait for somebody to come down the road.
Yeah.
But he told my mom that he swears that somebody was trying to get into the house. Not like knocking. He said somebody was like trying to turn the knob, get into the house, rattle the door, like all this stuff.
Did they try to look out the window to see if it did they try to look for anything?
Well, the thing about it is it's a completely dark road leading up to it. You would see a vehicle if it was coming. And you would see a vehicle if it was in the yard.
But if somebody was on foot.
But but that's the thing. That's why he was weirded out by it. Because there was no vehicle in the yard and no vehicle drove up.
Yeah.
Nothing came down the road.
Well, and it's the empty vast sort of flatness of the plains. Yeah. Like you can see stuff coming.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's not like the walk to the house just down to the yard, basically, that's a walk. Like, and like you would see a vehicle on the road.
Yeah.
But but that's where he's coming from. He swears, and he said there was like some just weird shit that went on in that house. And like I
would be very upset if there was like a front door jiggling, like somebody was trying to get in.
Well, that's what he says. He said he said the door was like seemed like somebody was trying to get in, like jiggling, like trying to get into the house.
I don't like
it. But there's like that. My mom told me about the ghosts in her house.
Tell me.
Okay.
Because it was it's the house she's in right now.
Well, she said that the ghost was around when your father was here.
Yeah.
And then after your father passed, the ghost she hasn't seen it, hasn't smelled it, nothing. But she thinks that it followed them from Harriet, because Harriet, she said the Harriet house was haunted.
Okay.
And she thinks it's the same ghost that haunted both houses, because she said it will come up the stairs. You know how my mom's house is, where you walk in and it's the living room and then an open kitchen,
and then the stairs to the basement. Yep. On the other side.
Yep. She said when your dad was still there, they would be sitting there, and she would never really see it. Like, she said she did see things like occasionally,
like kind of out of the corner of her eye, like you could never catch it.
But she said she would never see it. Like, it would never come past the fridge.
Yeah, I remember she said that.
Yep.
Like she would sense it come up the stairs, but it
Yep.
would never go past the fridge.
Yep. And she said how she knew it was around is because it smelled like Old Spice cologne, like old man Old Spice cologne.
Yeah, which is not something that Dad had.
No.
So it wasn't.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, it wouldn't if your dad was wearing it, you know.
Yeah. She
It
would
would be a
get
lot
used to
more
it.
of a yeah.
Yeah.
But it's but she said she said your dad was freaked out by it because she said when she was there it wouldn't come past the fridge, but when your dad was there alone he would see it like in the bedroom, and he would see it, I
Yeah,
guess.
why, and he never would tell me about it. And
Yeah, like
he didn't want your mom
or
to
like
tell me about it because he didn't want because when I would come and stay, I would stay in that bedroom in the basement, and like
yeah.
he didn't want me to be scared to be in the basement.
Well, did you ever smell Old Spice
I
in that
don't
basement? Like, did you smell like cologne? Like, knowing that I shouldn't smell cologne down here.
I don't have the best sense of smell, I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. So I
Well, you
never
probably
noticed.
just weren't paying
But
attention. I get
no,
that.
and I wasn't, but that so like there's that bedroom in the basement, and there's like a weird sort of half wall,
Yeah.
and behind
Yep.
that is where like there's the furnace and the water heater and all that. I always kind of sensed like there was something in there. Like I just never wanted to look in there or go, like I hated walking past it. Like I
Yeah.
always sensed that there was something in there.
I think he stayed away from me because the only time he ever saw me come down the stairs, I was about to rock a shit in that toilet, and I think he just sensed.
Get
He's
out
like,
the
yeah,
way, motherfucker.
yeah, it's pretty much. To be honest,
See, but that's interesting though, and I kind of like I wish that my dad would have told me more of that stuff, like
yeah.
about how like what did he see and what happened.
Well, I think my mom said like he saw something, but she might have said like he sensed it was there, like smell it like right beside him or something. But I
And
think I think he saw stuff out of the corner of his eyes or something.
I think that she said too that
It was
like
an
he would
old
be
man.
home, he would be home alone. Yeah, he would be home alone, and like be in the computer room or whatever, and we kind of sent someone out in the kitchen or whatever, and sometimes would hear like a cough or something and think that Cindy was home and go out there, and of course Cindy's not home.
Yeah.
So God, wish you had told me more about that shit. But
well, I'm like I said, don't hold me to he saw something. I'm pretty sure she said he would see like weird things out of the corner of his eyes.
Yeah.
But like you would be able to sense where he's at and how close he is by how well you could smell this
cologne. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've never, like I told my mom, I guess I wasn't paying attention, or I've never seen anything that spooked me in that basement. But when your dad was still living there, I used to go to that basement all the time, and I'd walk room to room and check it out. And I've never sensed, I never
felt anything.
No, I never felt uncomfortable, nothing.
Huh.
Like it was weird because like she's telling me like it would come around to him and all that stuff.
Yeah, but like I mean, you gotta think too, like they live there, they're there every day.
That's true.
So when something is off or different, it's easier to spot because you're there every day, Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I didn't see. Well, let's be honest. That basement, it was a lot of stuff. So
no, yeah, that is true. But
so, I mean, there was a lot of opportunity to hide behind. But
yeah.
But I mean,
like so it's interesting though that they think it like followed them from Harriet to Wishick because
I'm pretty sure
that's the thing that they say sometimes is like it's not houses that are haunted, it's people that are haunted.
Yeah.
And so that makes
that's what my mom said.
Yeah. So like it makes me kind of wonder.
It followed your dad.
Yeah. So it makes me kind of wonder. God, I wonder. I should ask my grandma. I wonder if she would remember if my grandpa ever wore that cologne. Like I wonder if my grandpa, because my grandpa had been passed away by the time my dad lived in Harriet.
Yeah.
So that would be, I don't know, that would be interesting. But I mean, it is interesting that now that dad's passed away, that there's not that presence anymore. That it like your mom said, that it followed him.
That's the thing, though. She said it. She doesn't. It doesn't. It's like
There's just
she
not.
said that she said her dogs would bark at the fridge.
At the top.
That's
the
how she
stairs.
knew it was there, and she could smell it.
Right.
She said her dogs don't do that anymore, and she doesn't smell that Old Spice cologne anymore.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, but it's like Tim was creeped out by it. I remember her saying that.
Yeah.
Like he said, it wasn't even that it was. Who knows if it was actually, what they were smelling, or it was probably like it was something there, but it's like it was enough. Tim saw it enough to creep him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, and
it was more than just a weird occurrence. Like,
that's interesting too, though, because I remember at my dad's house in Harriet, there were like the 2 bedrooms downstairs,
Yeah, we stayed in them.
Yeah. And there was like sort of a weird kitchenette area, those like old school houses in South Dakota that have the 2 kitchens because you got to cook that much all day. But like there was that room off to the side with the giant freezer. Remember the giant fucking deep freeze that you could keep bodies in?
Yep.
That and all the games were in there. That room always felt weird to me. Like I didn't like going in there to get games and stuff by myself because it was a weird feeling. So that's kind of interesting. Like maybe whatever that thing was in there at the time.
Yeah. I never liked sleeping. Okay. Where we would sleep on that room. Okay, when you walk down the stairs in the room, in their place,
the room that had the bathroom,
the one to the left, all the way down.
The one that had the bathroom in it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And there was like the PlayStation was hooked up down there for a while.
Yeah, and there was like a futon, 2 futons, or something like that.
Yeah.
Jason and I would sleep on those futons. Now, I never slept down there thinking that I saw like a ghost or something, but I could never get comfortable down there. Like it was not like
weird.
It was always cold, like freezing cold.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like always. And I just thought because it was brick,
it's a basement,
you know what I mean?
And you just don't think about it. Like, it's whatever.
But it got so fucking cold down there, and like, that. But other than that, I don't remember. Like the Harriet house, it was a weird like 70s, 80s style house.
It was,
but it never gave me the impression that it's haunted. I guess I never felt. Well,
but again, though, if see that's, damn it, Dad, you could have told me some of this stuff. But like, it's kind of interesting to think about that though, because the house that my dad lived in Eureka before he moved to Harriet, before he met your mom, or maybe he met your mom while he was still in Eureka, I think. But like, I don't know if were you ever in that house? There were like, so upstairs there was, it was so weird.
There was a bedroom with 2 beds.
There was a bedroom with 2 beds, and then there was another bedroom that had 2 hospital beds, like old school hospital beds, like huge ass with the big cranks to move it up and down and whatever.
Yeah, this is like right when they started dating, right?
Right. Yeah. And Eureka.
I was there once.
It was upstairs, not the creep ass shit ever with those hospital beds and the door that went out onto the weird balcony roof thing that probably was not safe.
That's the only memories I have of your dad's house in Eureka was the upstairs, because that's where Jason and I slept, because we spent the night there once.
Yeah.
And we slept in the room with the 2 beds.
Yep.
One of the rooms with the 2 beds.
Yep.
But upstairs. It was upstairs. And then I remember meeting you guys, and then you guys were showing us movies. You guys were going through like his movie collection.
Of course we were. Of course we were.
But those are the 2 memories that I have of that house. Those are the only 2 memories that I have of that house.
So one of the other memories I have of that house, besides that I was 11 when Dad let us watch Porky's and Animal House. This is not spooky necessarily, but like, do you remember the winter of 96, 97 with all the shit ton of snow and blizzards and stuff? And we were all
yeah. My hometown got hammered.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. We were declared a national emergency. The fucking National Guard had to come dig us out because we had no power. We had no water. Like everything froze.
Well, the National Guard in my hometown, the National Guard had to deliver groceries to people that lived out of town.
Oh fuck yeah, huh?
They had to
Because
airlift it.
yeah,
You
because
weren't
there was
going
no
anywhere.
other way to there was no way to get
I re-
anywhere.
I remember that was the only time I've ever seen. I swear, like I don't remember it like it was yesterday, but I swear it was one time where there was so much snow that they couldn't put it anywhere, and there was a column of snow all the way down Main
Oh
Street.
yeah, absolutely. Like you had to
Yeah,
drive around. You couldn't park on the street anymore because you had to drive around the snow in the middle. I
yep,
remember that like it had snowed so much that if you opened the door, it was just a wall of snow. You couldn't go outside.
yeah.
And like
I remember in some spots there being so much snow that you could just walk onto your roof.
yeah, and people
Like,
would.
yep, yeah.
Like because
It's
that's
like
like and but it
11
would be
feet of
like
fucking snow.
yeah, and like it would drift up that high. And but it would God fuck yeah, there was so much. But so in the middle of the that whole debacle as it was snowing before it. So we went. You remember? I don't know if you remember, but there was a back room in the upstairs where Dad had like he had some movies, he had some games, he had some puzzles, he had some stuff, right?
Yep.
And we went back in there. Me, Nathan, Aisha, Dad, we were all back in there looking for a game or something to do because there was no power and there was, we didn't have anything. So we were back there looking for something to do. And I shut the door behind us. I don't know why, but I did. And Dad's like, that door automatically locks from the other side when you shut it. Like it doesn't open from this side. We're stuck in here. It was like an entryway. So there was a door that went outside, right? To the because it was like an entryway room basically that he didn't use. He just used it as a storage space and kept the door shut. But like so there was the storm door and like you could open the one wooden door to the front, right? But you couldn't open the storm door because the snow had come half up the door because that's how much snow there was already. Yeah. And like, so we couldn't get out of there. Like Dad couldn't get us out that door because of all the snow. And because he didn't shovel the snow away from there. He had shoveled the snow away from the front door. We were there for like, because, custody shit.
Yep.
And so he took the top window out of the storm door. And he's like, well, you locked us in here. So you got to go around to the other door in the front of the house and get us out. Put me through the window in my socks in all this snow. And I have to climb through all the snow and get to the front door to come around and let him out of that fucking room.
Yep. You know what we used to do when I was teenagers? Well, not even teenagers. Okay, I was a little delinquent little shit. Basically,
little shit.
Kind of like when I was 14, 15 years old, I was I was a handful.
The delinquency that we experienced is not like the nasty shit kids do now. So, we weren't like, that bad.
I was a handful for my parents. Let's just put it that way. And then, basically, this was like usually how it all starts. You meet your friends and whoever's got a pack of smokes and you all have a smoke, it's like, you remember those days.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But what we would do, okay, you've been to the big screen, right?
Yeah.
In Wishick. Okay. Across the street there's that empty lot.
Yep.
Now, the town used to use that as a place to put the snow. That was before yeah. So what we would do, we would wait until that pile got absolutely huge. And then we would bull it out on the inside. Like
almost like a skateboard, what you call
kinda
half pipe.
Yeah. And then we would sit up there and just chill up there and smoke cigarettes.
Just smoking in the snow.
Yeah, it was just a place where you could chill and no one knew you were there. It was kind of fun, to be honest. Like
besides the smoke in your breath showing in the freezing cold air, but yeah.
Well, like you've been to Wishick at night. It's not a very it's not a
hopping space. It's not like people are walking by on the regular.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, there's street lights, but it's not all lit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And anybody who'd be across the street looking is drunk anyway.
Well, the funniest thing is when we did it, that was still the movie theater.
Oh, so people were in there for the movies.
Yeah. Well, and then of course there was like people walking home from the bars because the bar was half a block away. That's when it was. That might have been when it was still Bernie's. But I don't know if it was Bernie's or Blondie's back then. But it might have been just changed to Blondie's.
I don't know why my brain just decided to read. No, so I just found out from somebody that I work with for one more week before I go off on a new adventure into the world of the unknown.
Yeah.
He said that, so like, I don't know if, I think we passed it when you were here. There's like there's Corson is north of where I'm at. It's a town of like, I think less than 100 people. I think it's like 82 as a population or something. But they have that, like, there's a bar there that's always really full and they have dart tournaments or whatever. And we drove by it. And I mentioned that to one of the people at work, that place. And they were like, oh, yeah, that used to be a strip club called Up Your Glass. And I was like, oh, my God, what? In South Dakota? I'm kind of sad it's not there anymore. I would go to a strip club called Up Your Glass.
Yeah, I go. But, you know, like, I've been to Sioux Falls. And, like, Sioux Falls reminds me more of Minnesota than it does South Dakota.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, you know, Sioux Falls is populated with the people who like shopping in the cities but don't want to live there.
Yeah. Like when I think South Dakota, I think like Rapid City.
Yeah. Well, you do because that's, you know, Rushmore's out there, Crazy Horse is out there.
Well, shit, and it just seems like.
I bet I bet that would be a good place to ghost hunt, like Crazy Horse, and like out there in Rushmore.
Oh yeah,
I bet that would
be
the
Badlands.
Yeah, fuck yeah, get out there in the Badlands. Fuck yeah, I bet that'd be a great place to go.
Yeah,
fucking ghost
but for some reason, to me, Rapid City has always felt kind of grungier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it. I feel like yeah, it sort of has a reputation.
Grungy in a good way. You know what I mean? Not a bad way. It just seems like more of a.
It's not as sort of like it's not as gentrified as
not at all. Well, last time I was there, I haven't been to fucking Rapid City in probably 20 years.
Well, maybe we should go donate to our Patreon so we can go to Rapid City and go fucking ghost hunt.
Trip to Rapid City so I can meet people and have them say, "Why did you say my town's grungy?"
Why not?
Oh, I would totally do it.
Maybe prove us wrong. Maybe it's not.
I would totally do it.
Do it. Prove us wrong. We'll go to Rushmore and we'll go to fucking Crazy Horse and we'll ghost hunt and if we were wrong, we'll take it all back.
Right.
We're sparkling Emerald City on a hill. Fucking do it up.
You're right. But I remember going to like one of my memories of Rapid City. Mm-hmm. Your aunt lives in Rapid City.
Yeah.
Okay, and from what I've learned, I didn't know this back then, but from what I've learned, she is quite well off. Hello.
What the fuck do you got playing in the background?
Oh, I just got done watching Children of the Corn.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Fucking shit. I started watching that. I haven't actually ever watched that whole movie all the way through because I don't know. I don't know if it's just like.
I mean, for the acting's really shitty, but. It is. It's not a good movie. Like, it's a good movie, but like,
I mean, it's a classic. You know, it's
not an award-winning movie. You know what I mean?
Like, it's one that you just kind of got to know because it's a pop culture classic.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I've seen it maybe twice. This is maybe my third time seeing it, and you know, but you know what? That guy did it all wrong. All those little motherfuckers with knives and shit. I would drop kick every one of those cocksuckers. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you. Get away from me. Asshole.
Well, again, of course you would, because you're 6'2" and you can do that.
Fuck that.
You know.
I was gonna say half those kids I could fucking drop. I could just kick their heads off without even trying.
See, then there's me, and like they're all my size, so I'm kind of fucked.
Oh man.